from Champion. Maylee, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
And what a freshman season you have been having so far this year. 20-0. You've had over 20 goals this year. What's it been like coming onto the varsity program as a freshman and seeing so much success right off the jump?
I mean, it's really crazy. I didn't think it was going to be like that good. I mean, obviously we were going to do good as a team, but it's definitely great. Like being able to play with all of my friends and just achieve all these goals that we set.
Let's rewind back to the start of the season. First varsity game, first time you step on the field as a freshman. What was that like for you, and what were the nerves like?
I was definitely really nervous because I didn't want to make any mistakes, but I mean, the whole team was nervous, not just me. Like, yeah, but we were pretty chill. I mean, we were excited.
How fast did those nerves go away once the game started?
Pretty quick because we got into the game and focused, and we were ready to play.
All right, so there are a lot of young players on this team, but there's also great leadership. You have a good senior class, a couple upperclassmen to sprinkle along there too. What's it been like for you as one of the younger players that has really had a lot of success this year to learn from the upperclassmen that you have?
Um, they're really good teachers, especially the seniors because they've been there the longest. So like, if I make a mistake, they're always there to like help you. And yeah.
What are some of the biggest forms of advice or biggest things that the seniors have taught you this year?
Um, if you make a mistake, don't worry about it. It's in the past, and in the future, you can fix that mistake and do things that are better than that.
And now we talked about the first game of the season. You fast forward to a great district run where you win the championship. What was it like for you when you finally got to celebrate that 2-1 victory over Poland, and you had to have that moment with your team where you realized that you're district champions and you've completed that goal?
There's definitely so many different emotions. Um, I was just really excited, and the whole team was just so happy to win because last year they got bumped out. But to make it this far, the team was really happy.
How does this season compare to maybe what your expectations were at the beginning and some of the things that you thought you might go through throughout the year? How does now that you're in the districts and you're in the regionals, how does that compare to what you thought it was going to be at the beginning?
My expectations were kind of the same. I like I figured that it was gonna be like this because I had a lot of faith in our team, and we were all pretty confident. And we went in thinking that we were gonna do it, and we did it.
I gotta tell you, we announced that you were gonna be on the show about an hour ago, and we have a ton of views right now. You're getting so much support from the champion community. What's that like for you to be embraced by this athletics community at Champion and to feel the support of the community behind you?
The support is great. It makes me feel a little less nervous.
What is kind of your message to the champion fans that are watching right now and getting ready for supporting you guys on regionals tomorrow in Boardman?
Thank you for the support.
Let's talk about your soccer journey. When did you start playing the sport? When are some of your first memories that you have on the soccer field?
I started playing soccer when I was 3, and then I got into club around like age 6.
3 years old. Let's go. That's what I call an early start. When did you start to fall in love with it though? When did you kind of realize that soccer was something that you wanted to focus on, put a lot of time into, and to try to be the best soccer player you could be?
As I got older, rec just kind of got like a little boring, and I wanted like more of a competitive game, and that's when I found SVA.
Yeah, you play for SVA. We talked to Grayson a little bit ago today, who also plays for SVA. What's it like being a part of such a successful soccer club, and what does that do for you coming into high school season?
It definitely prepares us like for the club players that do play high school. It prepares you for the game because like the fast play and just being able to like see the field before you're on it.
You had a heck of a summer with that team, and we got to talk to a couple of your SVA teammates during that run that you guys had. And there's a lot of local talent on the team. What's it been like this year to play not just with some of your teammates that are on champion, but also play against some of your teammates that pop up across the way on the other local teams?
It's really fun playing against them. It's obviously really like tough because like they know your play, like they know how you play. So it's difficult, but it's really fun playing against them.
Does it fire up the competitive juices a little bit more when like one of your good friends is on the other side of the field?
Yeah, um, yeah, we get at it a little bit on the field. It's really fun.
What do you think the biggest difference is between the club game and the style of play that you see in SVA versus high school?
Definitely the speed of play and maybe like the competition, just like a little like club's just a little bit more competitive, but I would say high school is too.
When we talk about this season for champion and we look at the goal differential of you guys have been blowing out a lot of teams. You got into a tight game in the district championship. So I'm wondering from your point of view, what was it like to be pushed and to have to bounce back from some adversity and to really be in a game where every play mattered and every little mistake was magnified? What was that like for this team and how were they able to, get through it after so many games this year where you didn't have to be in those situations?
It was really rough, but we got through it, and even if we made a mistake, we kept our heads up, and our coaches like stayed on us, and they made sure that we were doing our job and getting the job done.
You've had a couple of days now to compress and get ready for regionals. What's that been like transitioning from celebrating district to now getting ready for your next opponent in regional?
We're practicing and staying focused and getting ready for our next game so that we come out with a win, hopefully.
Okay, so you're undefeated your freshman year. The question is, how do you top it? Like, how would you go on and the next 3 years top what you have already accomplished this year?
I don't even know. I just keep the same mindset we have this year and just stay positive and keep our heads up like we did.
Did you have any personal goals that you kind of set for yourself coming into this year that you wanted to accomplish before the freshman season was over?
I don't really have a personal goal, but I definitely had a team goal for all of us is to get as far as we got and win.
And you're still kicking, and we love it. Let's talk about some pregame routines. Are you superstitious? Do you have routines that you stick to on a game day?
I don't think so. I usually just get changed after school and then I don't know. I drive with my sister to the game and then we sit in the concession stand for a little bit and that's it.
What do you do to like get yourself in the right mindset? Are you someone that likes to listen to music? Are you someone that likes the non-music and likes to sit in silence and get yourself in the right mental zone? What do you do to get ready for a game?
It's probably a mix of both. I'm not really like a big music person, but my sister makes game day playlists, so I just listen to random music on there.
What is that game day playlist from your sister like?
Just like hype songs,
Mhm.
just like pump us up.
We got to talk about your sister, and obviously this year has been extra special being with her and being able to be on the team with her. What's that been like for you? What's the dynamic between you two?
It's definitely a great opportunity to be able to play with her, and she's just such like a big role model that I look up to because she's a great player.
You've known for a while that it was in a lineup where your freshman year was going to meet up with her, what senior year this year. What was it like leading up to this year? Like, okay, we're going to play together next year. We're going to play together in 2 years, and the conversations that you guys had, in the last couple of years leading up to this season.
I was like nervous at first because like she's really good, so I was like, well, I have to like meet those standards. But I'm kind of like sad now that because this could be her last. This is her last year, and it's my first year, so I won't get to play with her next year.
You've definitely, I think, lived up to that standard for sure with the numbers you're putting up. What has been the key to your success this year?
Definitely the support from my team, my family, and my coaches.
What is the biggest form of advice that your sister gave you before the season started?
Stay strong. Yeah, probably just stay strong.
And like you said, next year she's going to be graduated and you'll have to be the only adult on the team. What's that going to be like for you to kind of continue that family legacy and try to live up to the standard that she set in her 4 years of soccer at Champion?
It's gonna be hard to like do because she's a really great player, and I can't be her because she's just great. So it's gonna be hard to look up to those standards. But yeah,
What are you going to miss the most about having her as a teammate?
um, probably our practice days. Practice is the best with her.
All right, and now you have one more chance to extend her season and extend your season. What are the feelings heading into tomorrow? Like, are there still nerves or still butterflies, or are you guys feeling pretty dang confident heading into regional semis?
We're definitely there's some probably like some nerves, but we're definitely more confident than we are nervous. We just have to go in focused and play our game.
One of the things I want to ask you about, we've talked about your sister, but what about your family in general? What do you think is so special to you about your family and the people that are so in your circle? And what do you think is unique about your family? What are some things that you find special about the family you have?
Probably that they're just really good supporters, like being those good sideline supporters.
Let's talk about your other support system. I want to give you the chance to kind of end this interview by giving a shout out to the people that have your back, the people that are always there for you. I want you to give as many shout outs as you possibly want to the people that you think deserve the limelight at the end of this interview.
I just want to thank my family, obviously, my high school coaches, and my club coach.
All right, Maylee, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today in the middle of your day. We appreciate it so much. We wish you the best of luck moving forward into the regional semis tomorrow, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
All right, thank you for having me.
You got